How are your customers consuming content? It's an important thing to understand, especially if you are feeling a bit tired of creating content. You know, you've been doing it for weeks, maybe even for months, and you're like, oh man, how many times I can say the same thing over and over again? Well, you see, your customer kind of goes through 3 different stages when they are consuming your content. So the first stage is kind of like a surface level stage, because your customer found you looking for basic answers. Maybe they are researching how does this work or what are the benefits. And the interaction is very surface level. And now with AI and things like ChatGPT is full of surface level content. You can find a lot of basic things there, right? Okay. The surface level content isn't the content that gets your prospect to become your customer. And especially if you are selling a high-end product, your customer needs a bit more. They need to get to know you. So once they're happy with the surface level answers or with the basic industry knowledge that you provided for them, they are looking for more specific things. And if you ever seen the buyer's journey talks about how in the first initial stage they look for benefits, and on the second stage they are looking for negatives, why they shouldn't get it. So, and that might be a specific content for your niche or for your industry, okay? Maybe why they shouldn't get it, what are the downfalls. If going from a positive angle, let's say if you are in a fitness industry and someone is researching, how do I save time in preparing keto meals? So it's not somebody who is looking to try it. They already might be on a keto diet. So if you are selling a cookbook, it's brilliant. Okay, that is your customer. The second content consumption stage is the stage where a person is looking for very specific questions. And how do you stand out at that stage? You're probably going to have an angle that you are explaining your content. And it is actually unique to you. And so how do you get to the second stage? It's very easy to create content for the first stage, right? Okay, you just think about what your customer is asking, or maybe you just look at the FAQs. That's the surface level content that will get you prospect to get interested in. Then they're looking for more specific information because they are really considering getting it. If we go back to the buyer's journey, when a person is looking why they shouldn't buy that particular product, is because they're really interested. They are kind of weighing all the positives kind of versus negatives, right? Now, but the content that really pushes your customer to become your customer, okay, is the third stage. And usually here, why people decide to buy from you, because you showed your personal side. It's not really the price. I always joke, unless you are Huawei and you can beat everybody else in price in the technology sector, then you shouldn't really be thinking about the price, because competing on price is not where you want to be. It's a very difficult road. So how do you get your prospect to the third stage? Well, it's simple. If they liked your surface level content and they liked your specific content, now they want to get to know you. Who are you? Okay, can they relate to you? Do you share the same values? And this is the stage where you start creating more personal stuff. You start showing more personal life of yours. Maybe it depends on what you're doing and how comfortable you are. Or maybe you just start talking about personal issues that everybody can relate to. I'm really passionate about personal development and I talk a lot about that. And many people can relate to that because they have the same worries, or maybe we share the same insecurities, because everybody in the world has similar problems. At certain stage in life, everybody is kind of going through the same thing. By sharing your insecurities and your vulnerabilities, if you're confident doing that, by no means you have to. You can find another way how to create personal content. And I remember what we did with Solicitor. We never shared anything vulnerable or personal, but we chose to go the funny route, meaning we started sharing lots of memes and saying some kind of like beautiful, heart-touching words. And that kind of became their difference between other solicitors, because other solicitors were not doing that. So you can find just what works for you. Ideally, you want to have a combination of all those 3 stages of content, because remember, the first stage, get your prospect, and then whether you put them through the email sequence or whether you do it through the video marketing, you need to have content for all those 3 different levels. So now the question is, how do you get comfortable in talking about that? It's simple. I challenge you, I invite you to go on 90-day content creation challenge, because once you do that every single day, you become really good in creating surface level content. Then by creating your surface level content, you start finding angles how you will explain the same thing in a way that is unique to you, especially once you dig deeper into specific questions, right? And more surface level content you'll create, more questions you'll get. And those questions will be specific, and that's how you get ideas for your specific content creation. And by doing both surface level content and specific, like content where you answer questions, you're gonna relax and you're gonna start feeling more kind of yourself in front of camera. So you'll be able to show your personal side. Because remember, your customer needs to see your message at least 10 times before they make a buying decision. And it shouldn't be the same message, right? Okay. So let me know if you have any questions about that, and I'll see you again. Thank you for watching. Bye.